Hey everybody, it's really great to be here tonight. Give it up for Project Ocean. Glad we have this program on campus.
Yeah.
And since we just kind of started a week, as in yesterday was Monday, and I had a real Monday, I thought I'd start off reading a poem I call Halfway to Not Quite There. Monday morning, the table arrived, half of it. Half the surface and half the legs. I had coffee, half of it. I felt like half the table, one leg on the floor and the other one just not there. I sent you a letter, but it was returned. The house number was incorrect, halfway to not quite there. My daughter was born. Was I ready? Did I ever finish getting ready? Our lives were always halfway to not quite there. Scrambling to make it right, scrambling to have enough, to be enough, and never just be. This next one is called, Are there really any purple fuzzies? The color purple, regal and austere, a severe color of death, yet lilacs signal the arrival of spring and new birth. A color of the spirit so deeply blue, it pierces soul and draws blood, blue tinted red. The cross, swathed in purple, mourns loss of sweet belief in innocence. Stories belie the truth, now twisted by thorns to skew a people from a path towards true knowledge. Purple is a depth we cross in our venture to be.
Yeah.
And my last poem is a prose poem. It's about something at my house called the piano. This mic is too high. There. Bravissimo, mi pianoforte. The pianoforte is the proper name for what is commonly known as the piano. In my home, the piano is just inside the front entry. It effectively blocks someone from walking right into the living room, and as such, one would think that it would call attention to be played at an instant's notice. The proverbial drop of the hat. Instead, it is a real hat drop. Everything coming in the front door is dropped on top of the piano, whose keys are properly covered to prevent dust buildup. And somehow, the dust still creeps in the crack, and the grit on fingers requires a damp rag to be hauled out and clean the keys before one can sound the hammers to bring forth a sound. I play the piano. Or rather, these days I think about playing the piano as I walk by it mornings leaving the house to work and evenings returning from work to begin the work of being mother of the house, fixing the dinner, listening to events of the day, school and homework and what happened when, and oh yes, the laundry to be washed, dried, and folded, and the gratitude is having a washer and dryer. Occasionally I have a day when I come home alone to an empty house. The TV may be on, the stereo may be blaring, but the house is empty except for 3 cats, 2 dogs, a snake, a lizard, and 10 fish. I turn off the TV. I turn off the stereo. I empty off the piano. I dust the keys. I sit down and I begin to sound the keys to strike the hammers against the strings set inside the cabinet that marks the entry into my house. I am myself, and I can come out of my skin. The time is now, organized and measured in metered rhythm. The piano is my instrument. My piano was a gift from my grandmother, a spinet bought to suckle the musical sense that just might be within her grandchildren. She sat at many pianos, striking keys, listening, and feeling for a sense of sound, responding to pressure that resounded righteously to fingers. I play the keys that she selected. striking them to sound harmonious in adequate depth of finger pressure, to join sounds together to become Beethoven's Sonatina in G. My musical sense appreciates the sounds I hear. I love to hear my children practice. I love to hear my sisters practice. I did not think much of my own practice because I was so conscious of playing notes correctly rather than playing them as music. It is as if I had to play them in some unachievable fashion for me to consider them to be music. If I were to play them as music, I had to play like I heard my sister play, the professional musician in the family. I often forget the admonishment of Mr. Reed, our orchestra leader. If you're going to make a mistake, make everyone hear it. Play it so that the note hits the wall at the back of the room. Music consists of beats organized into rhythm, sounds organized in time. All music is rhythm. Rhythm is a measurement in time. Playing the piano allows me to organize time, to be at one with time instead of always running to catch up or leave it behind. Playing music draws me to be present in the moment. I live with too many moments behind me or yet to come. Playing music steadies me in the present moment, and I become.